Bai Na has just arrived at a luxury hotel. The moment she steps into the lobby, she spots a group of friends gathered not far from her. At the same time, hotel cleaners are working nearby, moving in and out of the space like they belong there. And that is when Bai Na gets a bold idea. Without hesitation, she slips into a cleaner's uniform and walks straight toward the group, blending in like she has every right to be there. Then she singles out one of the girls and throws out a humiliating accusation, basically implying the girl comes from a respectable family but has been stealing someone else's husband. The girl is completely stunned. She has no idea what is happening or why she is suddenly being targeted. After Bai Na walks away, the girl rushes after her, demanding answers, asking why she was publicly embarrassed, and trying to figure out who Bai Na even is. Bai Na turns and pushes the lie even further. She claims the girl slept with her husband, even though the girl does not even know who Bai Na is. The girl panics and insists that Zhang never told her he was married. The second Bai Na hears Zhang's name, she instantly switches into full heartbreak mode. She breaks down, saying this explains why Zhang has not been coming home, because he has been wasting his time with this girl. She claims she loves Zhang deeply, but he betrayed her. Then she twists the knife, asking if the girl thought Zhang was rich. Before dropping a painful detail, she says they cannot even afford to buy 2 pairs of baby shoes. Bai Na says she is going to find Zhang and humiliate him in front of everyone. Now the girl is terrified. She begs Bai Na not to cause a scene because if the truth comes out, she will be publicly shamed. Desperate to stop it, she offers everything she has, her handbag, all the cash inside, her bracelet, even the high heels she is wearing. She promises she will cut things off with Zhang, and she pleads with Bai Na to keep quiet. Bai Na pretends to cry, then walks away. But inside she is satisfied. The plan worked perfectly. And this is only the beginning. This is too beautiful to lie. Soon after, 2 women show up to meet Bai Na. They praise her, saying nobody can match her when it comes to acting and scamming people. They even admit she is far better than they are, and they want to team up with her. Bai Na is not against working together, but she makes one thing clear. She will never scam children or elderly people. That line immediately irritates the 2 women. They claim there are no rules in their world, and if anyone gets in their way, that person will be removed. That night, Bai Na notices several police officers gathered outside her apartment building. She does not hesitate. She quickly packs a few important belongings into a bag and escapes her home before anything can happen. The next morning, she visits her parents' grave, pouring out every frustration she has carried since they passed away. As she speaks, her voice starts to shake and tears well up in her eyes. She admits that she has no job and no one left in this world. In truth, she does have an older sister named Bai Jia, but she has sworn she will never see her again. Right at that moment, Bai Jia's name lights up her phone. Bai Na stares at the screen and rejects the call. But the calls keep coming, over and over, until she finally answers. Bai Jia tells her she is getting married soon. Bai Na is clearly shocked, but instead of feeling happy, she assumes her sister is marrying just to push her aside. Angry and hurt, Bai Na says she will not attend the wedding, then ends the call. Not long after, Bai Na travels to another city by ferry. Once she finds her seat, exhaustion takes over and she quickly falls asleep. A short while later, a young man named Fong Yaodong sits down in the seat directly in front of her. He opens his bag, takes out a small ring box and gazes at the ring inside with a bright smile, clearly imagining the moment he finally proposes to the woman he loves. At the same time, 2 other passengers walk down the aisle and accidentally bump into him. The sudden impact sends the ring slipping from his hand and sliding under Bai Na's seat. Panicking, Yaodong turns on his phone flashlight and bends down to search for it. His movement near Bai Na's feet startles her awake. When she sees him shining a light near her legs, she immediately jumps to the wrong conclusion. Without listening to any explanation, Bai Na assumes the worst. Her anger explodes. She starts yelling, insulting him, and even hitting Yaodong in front of the other passengers, turning the ferry into complete chaos. Not long after the chaos, Bai Na and Yaodong are brought in front of a ferry security officer who is also acting as a police authority. The officer begins questioning Yaodong and asks for his name. Yaodong immediately launches into an explanation, saying the ring is a priceless family heirloom and that he planned to propose to someone that very day. He insists he is a decent man and even mentions that his father once held an important position, and that his family is highly respected on their island. The officer clearly has no interest in the long story and cuts him off, reminding him that only his name was requested, not his life history. He then turns to Bai Na and asks what she wants to do. He explains that if she chooses to report the incident, both of them will be taken to the nearest police station once the ferry docks. The moment Bai Na hears the word police, she panics. Her expression stiffens and she quickly says it is not necessary, asking the officer to simply warn Yaodong and let the matter go. The officer agrees and checks both of their tickets. When he looks at Bai Na's ticket, his expression turns serious. He informs her that she purchased an economy class seat and instructs her to return to her assigned area. Only then does it become clear that Bai Na has been sitting in the first class section without permission. Because of the incident with Yaodong, she is forced to move back to the far less comfortable economy seating. Meanwhile, Yaodong remains fixated on the ring in his hand, lost in his own thoughts and completely unaware of what is happening around him. What he does not realize is that someone else on the ferry has noticed the ring as well. When Yaodong stands up to head to the restroom, that man deliberately bumps into him, briefly touching the ring and secretly sizing it up. Watching from a distance, Bai Na immediately senses something is off. With her years of experience as a scammer, she instantly recognizes the behavior of another con artist. When the ferry stops at the next port, the suspicious man gets off. Sensing trouble, Bai Na follows him. She approaches the man and quickly makes up a story, claiming her ex-boyfriend is approaching from ahead and asking him to help hide her. Without waiting for a response, she slips off his coat and puts it on herself. In one smooth, practiced move, she secretly takes Yaodong's ring from the coat pocket. She then hands the coat back, acts like the danger has passed, and says she is leaving. But as Bai Na turns around to return to the ferry, she realizes it has already departed. Panic sets in as the situation suddenly spirals out of control. She has already caused a scene with Yaodong, and if the ring is found on her, the police will immediately suspect her. At the same time, earlier during the chaos on the ferry, a framed photo of Bai Na's father accidentally slipped into Yaodong's bag when he was searching for the ring. That photo is one of Bai Na's most precious belongings. Now, her treasured keepsake is with Yaodong, while his family heirloom ring is in her hands. Anxious and running out of options, Bai Na goes to the port authorities to ask for help. Instead of solutions, she is told to report the matter to the police. Hearing that word again nearly breaks her. With no other choice left, Bai Na decides to go straight to Jianfeng Island, the place where Yaodong lives. During the earlier questioning, Yaodong had revealed all his personal details, so Bai Na knows exactly where to look for him. Once she arrives on the island, Bai Na stops by a beauty salon and ends up chatting with two elderly women. When she asks about Fong Yaodong, the women burst into laughter and call out the name loudly. To Bai Na's shock, answers come from all directions as dozens of people respond at the same time. The women explain that Fong is an extremely common name on the island, and nearly every family has a son named Fong Yaodong. One of the women then asks which Fong Yaodong Bai Na is actually looking for. That is when Bai Na clarifies that she means the son of the island's former mayor. With that detail, the woman immediately understands who she is talking about. Not long after, Bai Na hops on a motorized rickshaw and heads toward Yaodong's home. When they arrive, the driver unexpectedly goes inside first and asks Bai Na to wait outside, saying he needs to inform the family. A short time later, he returns and introduces Bai Na to the Fong family. Seeing the family heirloom ring on Bai Na's finger, the family instantly assumes she is Yaodong's girlfriend. They welcome her warmly with kindness, curiosity, and open arms. Inside the house, Bai Na tries to explain the situation. She insists she is not close to Yaodong at all, and that she came only to return the ring. But her explanation only convinces the family that the two must have had a lover's quarrel. Feeling misunderstood and under growing pressure, Bai Na decides the best option is to leave as soon as possible. At that moment, Yaodong's younger sister Yao Xi rushes over. She begs Bai Na to forgive whatever mistake her brother may have made. She explains that Yaodong truly cares about Bai Na and has fallen deeply for her. She pleads for Bai Na to give him another chance. The tension in the house keeps rising until Yaodong's father, Mr. Fong, suddenly collapses. Alarmed by his condition and worried about his health, Bai Na is forced to stay and abandons her plan to leave. Meanwhile, back in the city, Yaodong is busy trying to impress the woman he loves. He takes her to a magic show and even dresses up in a cartoon costume to make the moment special. In the middle of the performance, he brings her onto the stage, reveals himself to the cheering crowd, and drops to one knee with a ring box in hand. The audience erupts, urging her to accept. But the moment Yao Dong opens the ring box, everything falls apart. The woman's expression changes instantly, and Yao Dong is left stunned. The box is empty. The ring is gone. Elsewhere, Bai Na tries to slip out of the hospital without being noticed, but every hallway she takes is blocked by members of the Fong family. Disoriented and anxious, she accidentally wanders into the gynecology department. A doctor looks at her suspiciously, prompting Bai Na to quickly claim she is a family member of one of the patients before rushing off. Before she can get far, the doctor stops her and explains that at 3 months of pregnancy, termination is strongly discouraged, advising her to take good care of herself. Without Bai Na realizing it, Yao Dong's Aunt Jin and the rickshaw driver overhear the entire exchange. A major misunderstanding follows. They assume Bai Na is 3 months pregnant, recently argued with Fang Yaodong, and came to the hospital to end the pregnancy. Alarmed, they immediately take her back to the house and begin treating her with excessive care and affection. Mr. Fang steps in to comfort Bai Na and urges her to rest. He assures her that once Yaodong returns, the family will sit down together and talk everything through. He also makes it clear that Bai Na is not alone, because the entire family is there to support her. At the same time, Yaodong receives a phone call from his father demanding to know how long he plans to keep everything hidden and ordering him to come home immediately. Yaodong does not understand what his father is referring to, but his tone leaves no room for argument. Before heading back, Yaodong calls Yaoxi to find out what is going on. He asks why their father sounds so angry. Yaoxi explains that a girl claiming to be his girlfriend has shown up at their home. Yaodong initially assumes it is a misunderstanding, but Yaoxi adds that the girl is wearing their family heirloom ring. That is when Yaodong realizes something is seriously wrong, and he decides to return as quickly as possible. Later that night, Bai Na attempts to sneak out of the house. She ties bedsheets together into a rope and slowly lowers herself out the window, hoping to escape unnoticed.
意思让他明天中午吃完了再来。我告诉你，我明天午饭的时候还会再来的。别多想。
What she does not realize is that the grandmother's room is directly below hers. The grandmother is sitting by the window and spots Bai Na climbing down. At the same time, there is a knock on Bai Na's door. Panicking, Bai Na quickly climbs back up the rope and rushes back into her room. Shortly after, Yaoxi arrives with a glass of warm milk. Noticing that Bai Na is sweating and looks nervous, she checks to see if something is wrong. Bai Na brushes it off, claiming she was just stretching and tidying the room. In a gentle, caring tone, Yaoxi reminds her not to overexert herself during pregnancy and tells her to call immediately if she needs anything. The concern catches Bai Na off guard. She pauses in silence, deeply moved by a kind of care she has never experienced before. Over the next few days, the Fong family showers Bai Na with constant care and affection. They make sure she eats on time, gets enough rest, and never feels alone. Little by little, the warmth of the household fills the emptiness that has followed Bai Na for most of her life. She begins calling Yaodong's father Dad, a simple word that deeply moves him. Bai Na also starts helping with household chores and sometimes even feeds the grandmother with her own hands. Before she realizes it, Bai Na starts to feel like she truly belongs to this family. But the calm does not last long. Everything changes the moment Yaodong finally returns home. Standing in front of his family, he looks straight at Bai Na and bluntly states that she is not his girlfriend and that he has no relationship with her at all. Bai Na quietly agrees, saying he is right that she is nobody, then turns around and prepares to leave. Yaodong does not stop there. In front of everyone, he continues speaking harshly about Bai Na and admits that he actually likes another woman named Yuan. Hearing this, an idea flashes through Bai Na's mind. She pauses, turns back toward him, and begins spinning a new version of events. She claims she never lied, saying she chose to leave for Yaodong's happiness because he had clearly chosen another woman. She frames the situation as if Yaodong abandoned her for someone else. The Fang family's anger explodes. When Yaodong insists that the child Bai Na is carrying is not his, their fury grows even stronger and they lash out at him. In the middle of the chaos, Bai Na steps forward and shields Yaodong with her own body. Her action stuns everyone. Even after everything Yaodong has said about her, she still tries to protect him. Despite that, the family can no longer tolerate his presence in the house. Yaodong is thrown out and told to stay temporarily with the driver. Meanwhile, Bai Na returns to her room feeling victorious. She dances in joy, satisfied that she has gotten her revenge on Yaodong. Not long after, Bai Na confronts Yaodong again, this time demanding the framed photo of her father that accidentally ended up in his bag. Yaodong insists he does not have it. His answer enrages Bai Na, and their argument quickly escalates. In a burst of anger, Bai Na slaps him. At that exact moment, the driver appears. Without hesitation, Bai Na pretends that Yaodong was the one who hit her. Fooled by the act, the driver immediately punches Yaodong to defend her. Elsewhere, Mr. Feng is busy putting up posters for the Sea King Championship, a major event held during the city's Sea Festival, where young men from different villages compete. Not a single young man from their village has signed up, and Mr. Feng desperately wants his son to represent them. To pressure him into agreeing, Bai Na and Yao Shi bring Yao Dong back home. When he arrives, they serve an overwhelming feast. After days of barely eating, Yao Dong dives into the food without hesitation. After a few bites, Bai Na brings up the idea of Yao Dong joining the competition, but he immediately refuses. Seeing his reaction, Jin suggests removing the food in front of him. Faced with the threat of losing his meal, Yao Dong finally gives in and reluctantly agrees to take part in the championship. From that day on, Bai Na takes full control of Yao Dong's training. She pushes him through intense daily workouts, sets strict physical training schedules, and forces him to take the preparation seriously. As the days pass, they spend more and more time together. Quietly, new feelings begin to grow between them. Emotions neither of them planned for, yet neither can deny. Even though both Bai Na and Yao Dong start to sense it, neither has the courage to say anything out loud. One day, Yao Dong takes Bai Na to a scenic spot at the highest point of the island. The view is so beautiful that Bai Na is left speechless. She takes it all in and admits that if she had the choice, she would want to live there for the rest of her life. Yao Dong then opens up about his past. He shares how the girl he once loved always said they were too young to settle down in a quiet place like this. To her, city life was for the young, while small islands like theirs were only meant for the elderly. That night, when Bai Na returns home, she finds the two women waiting for her. They show up pretending to be old friends who are looking for Bai Na. But once they manage to speak to her alone, their attitude changes completely. One of them sarcastically praises Bai Na for planning everything so neatly. They accuse her of trying to scam the Fong family and insist that they deserve their share. If she refuses, they threaten to expose Bai Na's past. The accusation leaves Bai Na shaken. She tries to explain that the Fang family has become like her own family, and that she never intended to deceive anyone. Before long, the long-awaited Sea Festival finally begins. Young men from villages across the island gather to compete for the title of Sea King. Each contestant showcases his own talent, and the atmosphere is filled with excitement and roaring cheers. Amid all the confidence and energy, Yao Dong feels small and insecure. Standing among so many self-assured competitors, he doubts whether he even belongs there. Even during the opening introductions, his nerves show as he struggles to stay composed. When it is finally time for the talent performance, Yao Dong performs a traditional local dance. He dances alone while Bai Na supports him by playing the drum beside him. Together, their performance feels both graceful and powerful, capturing the crowd's attention. Thunderous applause fills the arena, and in the end, Yao Dong is crowned the Sea King. Just as Yao Dong steps forward to accept the title, someone from the crowd raises an objection. The man argues that Yao Dong's win is unfair because he received help during his performance. The Fong family quickly responds with pride, stating that Bai Na is Yao Dong's future wife and a member of their family. That explanation settles the protest, and the man quietly backs down. Yao Dong's victory brings joy to everyone, especially Bai Na, who beams with pride. Yet, even in the middle of that happiness, Bai Na has already made a quiet decision. She knows her time there is coming to an end. In a private moment, she gives all the money she has to the two women from her past and asks them to never disturb the Fong family again. She makes it clear that she will leave by her own choice without hurting anyone. Not long after, Yao Dong receives a package from a friend in the city. Inside, he finds the framed photo of Bai Na's father. Wanting to return it, he rushes to find Bai Na, only to discover that she is already preparing to leave. Bai Na had promised herself that if Yao Dong won the championship, she would leave the island. Before going, she tells the Fong family the entire truth, so there will be no misunderstandings that could weigh on Yao Dong in the future. Sometime later, Bai Na attends Bai Jia's wedding. There, she finds that Bai Jia is not yet ready. When Bai Na asks why, Bai Jia explains that she has been waiting for her. She understands that even though Bai Na is stubborn and idealistic, her feelings in love have always been sincere. Bai Na is then introduced to Bai Jia's future husband, a man who has long known that Bai Na does not particularly like him. To earn Bai Na's acceptance, he places his passport photo behind their father's portrait in the family frame, showing his wish to be accepted as part of the family. After the wedding, Bai Na leaves her life of deception behind and chooses to live honestly. She finds a job at a hotel and begins building a new life. Time passes, and one day after work, Bai Na unexpectedly runs into Yao Dong again. It is revealed that while Bai Na was staying at Yao Dong's home, she once made up a silly story for Yao Shi about meeting at a restaurant, where Yao Dong wore flashy clothes and awkwardly talked about his burning heart. The story sounded ridiculous, but it stayed with them. Now, in the present, the Fong family runs a small roadside eatery. Just like the story Bai Na once invented, Yao Dong recreates that very scene for real. This time, his intentions are sincere. After being apart for so long, Yao Dong finally realizes how deeply he loves Bai Na. Bai Na accepts his feelings, and their story comes to a happy ending. So the moral of the story is sometimes one small lie turns into a full circus. And before you know it, you accidentally scam your way into a family, a title, and true love.